Yo, what is good, Texans Nation? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have some more highlights, news, notes, observations from another day here in Houston for Texans training camp. A lot of good things are happening, but also a couple of injuries have taken place. We're going to cover all of that in this video. As you see Derek Stingley and what it seems to be, I think, John Metchie here working together, building some chemistry as teammates, probably showing him the ropes a little bit, which is you love to see this, man. This is what you live for in training camp. Some guys really working together, helping each other out, getting better together. This is what you love to see. A young stud DB and a young stud wide receiver coming together and just making each other better, and this is what makes training camp so much fun. Sometimes they wouldn't do this, sometimes they'd be fighting in practice, but no, this Texans team feels connected, feels like they're together, and this is good, man. This is a great start to their season already, and we haven't even started games yet. So before we get into the rest of this video, make sure you guys do me a favor and smash that like button just so we can get this video out to all of the Texans fans out there. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Join the family. I will be covering the entirety of the Texans offseason, which includes free agency, training camp, preseason, regular season, any trades that take place. I got you guys covered, so join the family. And I'm going to be live streaming games all year long, so if you want to watch some Texans games with me throughout the season, make sure you guys join the family. But without any further ado, let's get into the video now. I do want to bring up this injury first. Scott Quessenberry was actually carted off the field during today's practice on 11-on-11s. It looked like they were looking at his knee, so hopefully it's nothing serious, but it does not look great right now. We'll probably know more today. When this video is coming out, we'll probably know what's going on with Scott Quessenberry, but he looks to be very questionable for the rest of training camp. But now it's next man up mentality, man. You got a guy like Drew Scruggs who is ready to step in. He stepped in during the injury, and he looked very good. A guy who's getting a ton of reps here for the Texans at the center position. And, look for this to be, his opportunity. This is his time to shine. This is his time to really secure this job up. And, he's been amazing. He stepped up. He's done a great job so far in camp, and we'll see if he can continue to do so over the next couple of days. We also saw CJ Stroud making a couple of nice little passes in 11-on-11s, in particular to Nico Collins getting a touchdown in the back of the end zone. That looked really good. It was over Derek Stingley Jr., who has actually played amazing coverage. It was just a perfect ball where only the receiver can get him. So I definitely took that of note for CJ Stroud. I think, that is going to just makes him better, makes him look better. And the connection between him and a bunch of these young guys look good so far with CJ Stroud. Now, we're also seeing a lot of John Metchie, as we saw a little bit earlier today. He's feeling, what is said to be 110%. He said, I feel better now than I ever did in college, and I feel better than I was before I got diagnosed. I feel 110% for sure. So that is great news for John Metchie. He's got about 7, maybe 8 practices under his belt already, and he is ready to, take strides and be a better player next season. So I'm very excited to see how he does. Going forward with this team. I think he is one of the best options at wide receiver. I mean, you got Nico Collins, you got John Metchie, you got Robert Woods, Xavier Hutchinson, who has been standing out as well. You got Noah Brown, who over the first 4 days of practice was the wide receiver 1, started to slow down a little bit more. And then you got Tank Dell, who seems like he is CJ Stroud's right-hand man, and they continue to build more chemistry. But you have like 6 wide receivers on this team right now who are getting a ton of playing time with the one-dual camp. But let me know in the comment section down below, who are a couple of these guys, who are 3 guys that you think will win the wide receiver jobs, and who do you think will be the starting 3 receivers come the start of the regular season? Because for me, I think it's going to be Noah Brown, Tank Dell, or no, actually, let me stop right there. Okay, I think Noah Brown is going to win one of the 3 jobs. I think Tank Dell will, but I don't think he'll start off being a starting wide receiver. I think he'll be like the wide receiver 4, but as the season progresses, I think he'll earn a job. And then I think Robert Woods, just being that veteran here, I think he'll earn a job as well. But man, I like Nico Collins, I like John Metchie, I like Xavier Hutchinson. I mean, there's so many, good wide receivers here on this roster right now. I mean, who knows? Who knows who's going to be the stars going into the start of the season? So, besides that, the offensive line looks really good. You got Laramie Tunsil, Kenyon Green, Drew Scruggs really stepping in and being that leader here. You got Shaq Mason just signed an extension, Titus Howard. Dalton Schultz been playing a lot recently, so that is something to take note of. Mason Shrek is a guy who's been getting some more playing time as of late. You got some good running backs here. I mean, the defense looks good. Will Anderson looks like an absolute unit out there. Looks like he's going 110% every single possession, every single play. He looks good. So far, so good here for the Texans. I think their DBs are young. They're hungry. They're ready to go. Their linebackers, they have some veterans in that room. And then the defensive line, you kind of have a little bit of both the veterans and young players in terms of Will Anderson, Sheldon Rankins, Jonathan Grenard. So let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and also comment down below the number 1 if you're still here at this video. I want to see how many of you guys stick around to the end. Man, things are about to get really exciting. I believe the Texans have a joint practice coming up here, maybe today. But hit that like button, subscribe, join the family, and also check out today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. If you guys like fantasy football, check out this next segment I have for Underdog Fantasy. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.